Oh yeah. So can you check that stevelucin.com/live that it's there? Wow, we went exactly at 8 o'clock. Which means that I should be live over here. Ha ha ha! Yeah, I hear myself. Okay. We 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 laugh. We laugh. Yes, yes. Um, what's up, guys? Well, it's like no one's here yet, so how about I do some inviting? Yeah. Let me do some inviting. How about that? Let's see. Who am I going to invite? Ah, my friends. My friends. Sometimes they support me, sometimes they don't, but it's all good because we all got lives and, we got to do our thing. So I'm gonna say stevenson.com/live. That's just the easy thing for me to remember and promote. Let me go over here. My man Willie Wang Mang. Mm-hmm. And go over here. Probably Alex is gonna already invite the Ajudo fam. And then oh, Yasmin stepped out. Okay, good. She'll just post on Instagram. Thank you, Yasmin. You are the bomb, diggity bomb. Oh, I'm gonna invite? I'm gonna invite Otts. Otts is Otzi with Will and Vlad and Alex. And you know what? I think I like 8:03 or so. We could get going. Oh, of course, the elevator music. Hey, yo, Lucin, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready over here. You ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready over here. Ha ha ha. All right, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and play the show intro. Let's see what happens. Maybe it works this time. Hopefully it does. All right, all right, all right. Everybody, welcome to Team Lucin's Lounge live stream. I'm your host, Steve Lucin, and today we are going to be talking about Miami Art Basel. Now, Miami Art Basel has not really been in my radar until my buddy Alex really told me about it. Again, if you don't know who Alex is one of my best friends. He's my creative partner. We have worked together in so many different ways, and he has been begging me to go down to Miami Art Basel for many, many, many years. And I would always say no. And the reason why I would always say no is because it actually falls on my partner's birthday, my wife right now. It's always December 6th is her birthday, and it's always that weekend. And because it's like it's fun, but it's also work related. She does love Miami. So maybe one of these years I take her down with us. But I finally went this past December 2021, and it was a phenomenal experience. Every creative who is doing anything creative needs to go to Miami Art Basel. I think there is so much inspiration down there. The energy, especially this year when it came to NFT, crypto, art, all of these different realms combined created some crazy beautiful energy down there that was just unparalleled. And so I'm gonna bring on my buddy Alex so that we could just talk a little bit more about Miami Art Basel, what we did out there as hallucinated, and we even have a little montage to show you to, so you could kind of see exactly what was going down there, and all the fun that we were having down there. So let's go ahead and bring him here. Let's see if this will work. Hey Alex, you there, bro? Can you
What's
say
up,
something?
buddy? Hey,
Nice,
how you
man. How you?
doing?
Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Long time no
So
see, buddy.
yeah, man. I see you every single day. So don't get it twisted. Maybe long time for us is what, a couple hours?
Yeah, yeah. Haven't seen you since lunch.
Word. So Alex, Miami Art Basel. Why was it that you wanted me to go down there for so many years? What was it that attracted you? I guess even start off with what is Miami Art Basel?
Oh man. I I wanted you to go to experience that energy that you just mentioned. And after my first time at Art Basel, I dug deep and I did some research on like what is this thing, right? Why Miami? Why are all these people coming from all over the world to be here? Miami's a dope city, I get it, but the way that Art Basel has is just insane. And so doing some research, Basel is a city in Switzerland who has a very rich history in art, very, very rich history in art. And in 1970, there were three artists from the city of Basel who decided to throw an art show and blow everybody's mind and make it international, or rather, yeah, international. So it wasn't just artists from Switzerland coming in. They invited French artists and Italian artists and British artists and so on and so forth. And it was really the first of its kind. And it has been the number one art fair in the world since the 70s, right? And so new investors, as a gallery owner, whatever it is, you're there as an artist. If you make it to Basel, that was big news. And as it grew larger and larger and larger, and it just got more renowned. There was a need or an idea for it to come to the States, and then what better city than Miami? And so the people who were putting it together looked at Miami and they saw a great climate, two, a city that was in its it was seeking some identity as far as its cultural presence, right? And so it was just a dope city. New York was already there. New York already had a lot of that going on. LA already had a lot of that going on. Chicago had a lot of that going on. And so Miami was up and coming, especially when Basel started there. And the first Basel that took place in Miami was in 2002. Um, which to me, like, learning all of this was like, wow, this I was around for this. This isn't like, this doesn't predate me. Like, this is now me. This is my era. This is my lifetime. This was started, right? Which is pretty cool. And what's really, really cool about all over the world to share, and whether you're big or small, and collaborations take place, and a lot of money exchanges, and it's really just one you and I went to Miami, and you saw the amount of people, you saw the amount of energy, the amount of art and colors, and Um, oh no, are we good?
Yeah,
Can you
keep
hear me?
rolling. Keep rolling. Keep
Um,
rolling.
so yeah, so Art Basel is that. It's a world-renowned art fair, that made its way to the States, and now we're here. We're in the States, and the one in Basel in Switzerland happens in June, and then the one in Miami happens in early December, like you mentioned, the first weekend of December. Um, just great, great, great place to be as a creative, man. It's so inspiring.
It is. I think that's exactly it. It's inspiring. Like I again, you begged me to go down there, and I just couldn't believe it. It was awesome. It brought together a lot of the things that I personally love, and that was music, art, people, energy, positivity, innovation, technology. Right, like down there was actually we actually stayed or we did a lot of events at the Sagamore Hotel, which I believe it was the first place in Miami that had Art Basel back in 2002 that you were saying. Somebody can fact check that for me, but I remember talking to the founder of Bit Basel, and she's the one that hosted a whole Bit Basel conference at the Sagamore Hotel. And again, because Bitcoin and crypto and NFT art was all in the mix. It was just so dope, so dope. Um, I instead of I guess talking about it, we have a little montage that we created. So I'd love to go ahead and share that with you guys. You down to watch it with me, Alex?
Let's do it, man.
Let's see, and then yeah, just point out anything, or maybe we'll point it out afterwards. But check out this. Oh, and the track that is playing behind it is actually by Arts. And Arts is the one who brought us down there to support him. And we'll get into that a little bit more, but pay attention to the song, pay attention to the visuals.
When your days are short and your nights are long, freedom ain't free. You got to pay at all cost. When your days are short and your nights are long, freedom ain't free. You gotta pay at all cost. You gotta put on a show. You gotta put on a show. Yeah. You gotta put on a show.
You gotta put on.
You gotta put on a show.
Now I'm all in. I've been having nightmares that I'm falling, crawling to the finish line. Young Marlon, Brando, getting every bit of shine, light a candle. Lord, a black and white movie. A shot of Jack for bitches who act bougie. One time if you came a long way. You know Rome wasn't built in a day. If the bills ain't paid, gotta get that cash. Pussy ain't free, now you pay for ass. Never know when it's your last. Work twice as hard just to get my chance. The more for me, the more for us. So I have it all when you're amongst crooks that wish to see you in cuffs when you in a high place. Who can you trust? From now on, I won't slave to the game. Slave over the stove, bring back grades. Mama said be a student first. Pray for the best and expect the worst. Accept my pain, reject my hurt. Whether me or you, whoever goes first. Won't break my word, concept or verse. I can bring you to the water, can't quench your thirst. Lord.
When your days are short and your nights are long, freedom ain't free. You got to pay at all cost. When your days are short and your nights are long, freedom ain't free. You gotta pay at all cost. You gotta put on a show. You gotta put on a show. Yeah. You gotta put on a show. When your days are short and your nights are long, freedom ain't free. You gotta pay at all costs. You gotta put on a show. You gotta put on
Yeah, baby, that was a freaking awesome time, bro. What yeah, what'd you think of that montage?
Man, so many flashbacks, so good. There was so much action happening there. There was man, can you how about this? Actually, we got the shirt. Tell them why we have these shirts and tell them what we did out there.
Okay, sounds good. But first, I'm gonna have to grab the beverage of my choice.
What you got there?
Today I got a Southern Tier Brewing Company 2X IPA. This is
Okay.
not sponsored by them. I'm just, having a drink. So, everybody in the chat, let me know what you're drinking too. If you have a beverage that you're sipping on.
Wait, dude, it's green, so it's getting green screened out.
Oh, peep that. That's right. That's right. It is getting green screened out. That's
That's
so
funny.
trippy. I love it.
Oh my
So,
god.
so yeah, beautiful. I love how it happened. So, arts is artsy. At arts is artsy. Arts with a Z. ARTZ. He Googled projection mapping. Yeah, just projection mapping NYC, and he found hallucinated.com. Now, Hallucinated is my first business. We do all sorts of branding and marketing for entertainment and nightlife. And one of the things is also VJing, live visuals. And with that comes projection mapping. He first hit us up to do a New York City. That went so well. And we'll probably bring him on to talk about that and the whole NFT come up. But that went so well that he's like, yo, Stephen Alex, we got to go on tour with this NFT hype beast. You down to go to Miami Art Basel? And I'm like, oof, yes, let's do it. Let's figure it out. And Alex would always ask me to go to Miami Art Basel. I said no. I said yes to this one. I mean, because it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity to do projection mapping, get some work done, get paid, do networking, and then also finally fulfill Alex's wish to take me down to Miami Art Basel. So we went down there to do projection mapping, projecting his NFTs in different locations at the Sagamore Hotel, in different events, at different gigs, and support him. So Arts, let me rewind a little bit. Arts is a curator, an artist, a rapper. He's at the forefront of our culture, forefront of technology. He's been coming up with the NFT. He's been coming up on the NFT wave because he collaborates with so many artists and drops them as NFTs. So he has tracks, right? He has music. He'll grab an artist. They'll create an NFT together, put it out there, and then with NFTs, you're able to get royalties, share profits. It's fantastic. So him and the Reject Dreams gang or a clique, they took us down there to Miami Art Basel, and that's what we did. We did projection mapping, and as you saw in the video, we were in different locations. We were at the rooftop of the Sagamore Hotel, while Busta Rhymes and Noriega were performing alongside Arts. We went to different venues to check out. We projection mapped his NFTs and his art shows. We did some. We supported a nonprofit event, which was Girls Make Beats, and that's Timbaland's
Wow,
nonprofit.
that
Remember
was
that?
actually that was really really cool. And I think that for you and I, it hit especially hard at home because we have we have daughters, the both of us. And so watching this panel of women trying to influence younger women in the crowd, and there was a lot of young ladies in the crowd. It was definitely not a 21 and over event. This was catered to a younger audience. And you know being able to do our work and then also be able to catch some of that content was really really dope. And again, because we both have daughters, and watching that was just like, oh man, I want my girl to make a beat.
Super facts. I mean, tell them about
Yeah.
the other day what Gigi did in on the mic.
Oh man, so we have our DJ controllers and stuff here to do visuals, and we're getting our setup ready. Steve is redoing his studio. I'm redoing mine to cater to this new wave that we're trying to ride. And my daughter, she's 3, grabs the mic and mind you, this was unprompted. I didn't tell her to do this. I didn't say, "Hey, get on the mic." She got on my chair, grabbed the mic, and said, "Hey, everybody, it's DJ Gigi." And I have Twitch on all the time with DJs on. I try very hard to have women DJs on Twitch, so that she can, be inspired and feel empowered. And she hears that. She hears people on the mic all the time, and she just thought that's what she had to do. So she was tapping the controller and grabbing the mic, and I was like, "Wow, that was amazing."
I can't wait for Aria, my daughter, to start playing around with all my buttons on my VJ controllers and do the same. So yeah, going back to that event, yeah, I definitely got goosebumps when hearing those industry leaders speaking to the young women in the audience. And what we did was we projection mapped behind them. There was a big wall on the rooftop. We added visuals. We added first creatress, and she was painting in VR, in virtual reality, using an Oculus, and we were projection mapping her art. So there was a lot
Right.
of technology involved, a lot of wires being connected, and that was just fantastic to do and to support. Especially again, like just being in the forefront of technology of art. It's a fantastic place to be. And down there again with the energy, all the people that we met were just so hyped, not
So
too hyped,
dope.
but they were hyped. Yeah, and it was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just great to connect with people and
Well,
connect. We certainly did. That was like
but wait,
probably our number one
hold on.
goal. Yeah, yeah.
Before we go to the networking, you've been throwing out this term called projection mapping, right? And I just want
Mm,
to clear that up for our
mm,
listeners, right? But right, so my understanding and what people approach me on when I say, "Oh, we have projectors and we do cool stuff," they're like, "Oh yeah, I grab a projector and I just line it up to the wall. I put it at the height and I hit the
mm,
keystone
mm,
and I
mm,
put
mm.
everything where it needs to be." Like, how special are you? How cool is it what you do? What is this mapping thing? So I
Yeah,
sit down
no,
and I try to explain to them how we're able to highlight the architecture. But since you taught me how to do that and you put me onto that world, I'd like you to sort of explain what is what is so cool or what is so special about mapping, and why is that something that people are seeking out, or why is it
yeah,
worth any interest?
no, excellent question. So projection mapping, the way I define projection mapping is bending light. So it's the same way that you described when you throw up a projector. And I know people have seen this in school, where exactly what you said, you turn it on, you have to like move the projector back and forth, mess with the keystone to get a right angle. And even so, you don't necessarily get the right angle, nor do you necessarily fill up the whole screen. So with projection mapping, you don't need to do any of that. You turn on the projector, you connect it to your laptop. I use a piece of software called Mad Mapper. And with Mad Mapper, you're able to throw the entire picture to the whole to the max of what the projector can do. But then you could take, let's say it's a video and a video is rectangular, right? You can take the corners of the video and stretch them to wherever you need them to go. So where would you need them to go? Perhaps on a regular screen, right? So you could take the corner and corner pin them to the screen where you need to. Now, where it gets more interesting is if you end up corner pinning this video on different places, like you mentioned, like on architecture. So if you had a building and you started to corner pin the video on the building, and duplicating the video and corner pinning multiple videos, let's say on the windows, now you're starting to get something more interesting. For concerts or festivals, there's also many LED screens. Oh, kind of like you see on this stage right here. You see that there is a pyramid with, let's say, two screens, quote unquote, one on the left side below me and one on the right side below me. And you can, I'm doing this virtually, but in real life, you can project onto this pyramid and corner pin the video so that it looks straight and proper on the pyramid. Or I have the choice to duplicate it or just do something completely different and wacky. I could make the videos look like circles. I could make the videos look like triangles. I can multiply them in so many different ways. I could just have one big one. I could have one on top of the other. And so with Miami Art Basel, arts, we stayed at a dope mansion. I forget the neighborhood. Was it Coconut something? Do you know that neighborhood, Alex?
Yeah, we were in Coconut Grove, which was
Coconut Grove.
not too far from the Brickell and yeah, not too far from the Brickell area. You know, still
No,
manageable
no,
distance, but
no.
everything from Miami is like an hour away, no matter where you are.
Yeah, but yeah, Coconut Grove, no big deal. And
No big
we
deal.
and we were and so inside the mansion that we were in, there was a nice sort of spiral staircase. So above the spiral staircase was a cylindrical wall, if cylindrical is a right word. And so we projection mapped multiple artwork, pieces of artwork. Some of them were still, some of them were animated. And we made sort of like a projection gallery, a projection art gallery. We were able to do that just with light, just with the projection, just by using Mad Mapper. And then even behind the artwork, we were able to put on some visuals, kind of like what Alex has in his virtual background. You see, like those purple LED lights. We were able to put that as the background, not just a plain white wall. And that's what makes projection mapping so much fun. You're able to influence how any certain area looks like, whether you're inside of a studio or you're outside projecting onto buildings, or at a festival or a concert or a party, a bar, a lounge, a club. And so I hope that explains what projection mapping is. I hope I didn't lose you. Did that make sense?
Yeah, that made sense to me, but I know what it is. No,
If anybody out there in Streamland and Twitchland, if that made sense, please give me a little thumbs up in the chat, or give me a yes, it made sense, Steve.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. It's the ability to you're throwing it in the architecture and placing whatever media you want within that isolation, I think is a superb level of control. And I think the that control and that ability to do that really is what wows people. And that brings me to my next point here, which is what our projection mapping in that rotunda area, right? In that cylinder, we managed to project other people's artwork on there, and those people happened to come that day. And what really comes full circle for me in this conversation and just in the spirit of Art Basel is our Art Basel was created to bring creatives together, right? For what purpose? It was to explode it, right? Explode it in whatever form it was, whether it was collaboration or monetary gain or just ego. People just wanted to be known, right? And that hit on every single one of those pillars of like Basel, which I just created, right? Pillars of Basel.
Pillarsofbasel.com coming soon.
There you go. I'll find it. I'm a URL hoarder if you didn't know. But it was very cool because in that moment of space and time at the mansion, if you just froze it for a second, what you had there was a bunch of artists from all over the country, potentially all over the world, coming to that house, experiencing art, getting to know each other. Collaborations were created, networking was formed, relationships were formed, and bonds were made. And what else could you ask for a solid 4 or 5 day explosion of creativity, right? It was like, damn, how that was so cool. And I just remember like telling people like, oh, I know that guy who's upstairs running the visuals. Oh yeah, what do you guys do? And we're talking, and we've met. I mean, who stands out to you from who we met while we were out at Basel, particularly
Well,
in that house, in that atmosphere?
yeah, I mean, there were so many people. I mean, I mentioned her before, Creatress. She
Oh,
paints in VR. That's fantastic. I absolutely love painting in VR. In fact, I haven't done that in a while, but I used to just throw on a headset in my old office, throw on some tunes, and just get lost and design some or paint in VR some visuals, like literally like some VR tunnels that you would just walk through and have fun with. So Creatress is dope. Monica Kelly Studio,
oh,
fantastic artist too.
is
What?
that? Do you mean DJ Monica Tronica?
Yeah, yo,
Yep.
awesome vibe, and all these people, it was art sort of connecting us with and to, and it was just extending, like, how networking works and how the web and just the web of people. I also remember Lighthouse Studio, and how they were representing down there. They were like the
Oof.
main people that, or the main crew that did all the other projection mapping,
Mm-hmm.
and audio visual equipment, at Bit Basel at the Sagamore Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was I remember we were just walking around in at different venues, and we ran into Alex, who another Alex, and he was projection mapping onto the white buildings in Miami. And that's another thing
Yeah.
that was inspiring. I mean, because Miami is, on the water, there's a lot of white buildings. It just lends itself very well to projection
Yep.
mapping, because when you projection map onto any white surface, the color is going to stand out more. So projection mapping doesn't quite work on darks, on blacks, on grays, or any color really. That's why projection screens are white, because it needs the color needs to be absorbed really nicely. So yeah, it was projection mapping onto multiple buildings and controlling that. And so anybody that we saw that was like manning this equipment, these towers with big projectors, my Alex and this Alex right here, and I would go up to them and say, let's talk. I know we
Yeah.
know what you're doing, and let's exchange information. And that's
Geek out.
that's been beautiful. Yeah, geeking out. It's just geeking out
Yeah.
with people. I love that.
What I always like about Basel is you meet people that live like a block down the street from you in New York, right? That's always what I found at Basel. I always meet
That's
somebody who's
right.
like super, super close. And I remember this one instance where I'm thinking I'm talking to somebody brand new, and we're walking behind them down the street. And I'm just being happy go lucky out. I'm talking, making conversation. Turns out he's the guy next to him is your ex coworker from the old office. When we were talking to oh my goodness, what's his name? Sam Vibes. When we
Oh
met
my
Sam
goodness.
Vibes,
Yo, that was so
like
dope.
how
That
cool
was
was that
so
moment?
dope.
Like completely unscripted, completely like unimaginable, right? We were walking back to my van to put equipment away, and I'm commenting on this gentleman's camera because he had a really cool camera, and I was like, oh, he must be ready. He must be ready for Basel. And he said, yeah, man, I'm ready. Guy next to him turns around and he's like, hey, is this Alex? And I was like, my gosh, what? How does this even happen?
Shouts to Sam Vibes. He's a fantastic photographer, videographer, editor. And he's definitely helped out the team Lucin team in some virtual galas. And so I know Alex never met him before. He used to work in the same office as me, and right before the pandemic, that's when I really met him, and we randomly bumped into him. I love that. I love randomly bumping into people. We randomly bumped into the 929 Media founder, Casey McGuire, another phenomenal videographer, super great at real estate videography, cinematography. It was He lives down there. He actually moved down there during the pandemic with his lady, and that was fantastic bumping into him. And I mean, I also have to just re-shout out again the Reject Dreams family. Like that whole crew, like the moment we landed, I felt so at home with them, because they were all nerds. They were all creatives. They were all passionate about their work. right? We have Will Suarez, who actually took all the footage from the video montage that we showed earlier.
Mm.
He was showing all his skills and all his work. We got Vlad, who is the producer of many of Arts's music and his like right hand man, and he's also a designer. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna hang out with you. You know, saw him killing it with the Photoshop and Illustrator work. And there was just the energy down there because of that. And they were all, Latinos. They're all Latinos, right? I'm Latino myself. I'm Ecuadorian, born and raised in New York City, though. They felt like they were from the neighborhood, from my hood, and I professionals who were passionate doing their thing, and just us working together, collaborating. It was really nice to
Mm.
get everybody under that one roof, that one mansion, and have a good time together. Like we were working, but we also partied. We also had fun. We also, again, networked, and it was beautiful, to say the least.
Yeah, and what was cool about that was that a lot of stuff happened on the fly. A lot of creativity happened on the fly, and it's cool when you're able to create with new people that way in such an effective way. So it was pretty powerful in that sense because it was like you threw out ideas and they were caught. They were caught, they were understood, and they were willing to move forward with it. And that's what made that weekend fun, right? The inclusion of the van. I have a big funky van. Her name is Vanellope Cruz. We're gonna be shooting some videos in her shortly, but she's loud, she's big, she's funky, and that's our little rave cave. That's our little living room when we're out of town, and it helped. It facilitated a lot of relationships and just work. And yeah, shout out to Reject Dreams, man, for bringing us down and holding us down, and continuing to just be really dope people.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're definitely looking forward to the next trip. Hopefully, we end up going to Colorado for East Denver, or anything else in the future. We'll see what's up. But I put in the chat, Instagram.com/Vanellope Cruz. We just created that Instagram handle as well for the van itself. Oh, speaking of which, I remember recording how you can make the Vanellope Cruz van into an NFT. And maybe we'll
Oh,
drop that video. We'll go back into the archives of that and kind of like just drop that idea out there, because that was pretty out of
yeah.
this world, and I think, anyways, in terms of making a whole community out of a van.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We got to talk about NFTs first before we even introduce that idea. So
Mm.
so
So
stay
maybe
tuned.
maybe that'll be like one of the next podcast episodes. What do you
Or
say?
maybe we make the next podcast episode an NFT, and that unlocks the Vanellope
Low,
NFT episode.
low key. No, I'm gonna say mid key. I was thinking of making these podcast episodes into NFTs, because if and when Team Lucin hallucinated blows up, these little digital assets
Gem-
will be worth something one day. But we'll leave
these
that
little
for another
gems.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, are there any final words in terms of Miami Art Basel?
Um,
What we did, what we.
I mean, we did a whole lot. We met a bunch of cool people on different sides of the spectrum when it comes to art, from curators to event space owners to other digital media artists like us that do projection mapping and works, specifically with projections. And then we met a plethora of artists who are on all sorts of mediums, right? And so it was by far probably one of the most creative weekends of my life, or weeks of my life. I drove down from here, so my trip turned out to be about an 8-day trip. Um, it's phenomenal. If
You're nuts. You're nuts about that, by the way. You're.
I love, it's a great trip. It's a great trip. Um, if anybody gets the chance to go to Art Basel, it happens the first weekend in December. Go indulge in some art. You can stay in Wynwood, you can stay in South Beach, everywhere. There's just art everywhere. You can hang out wherever you like, whatever your taste is like, whatever your music taste is like, you can go hang out there. There's gonna be art everywhere. Every hotel had space booked out. There's some sort of gallery happening. There's murals everywhere. There are parties everywhere. It is nonstop. Um, And if you're an artist, then get your ass down there. You can pop up on the street and do stuff. You can hit up a gallery down there. It doesn't have to be big. The key is exposure, and that's why we went on there. We inadvertently found one of the largest walls that we've seen in Wynwood, completely blank. It was like completely unheard of that we were able to projection map on this huge warehouse wall. It was the size of an entire block, and it wasn't even touched by muralists. It wasn't tagged. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, and we were able to map on that. So in theory, we bombed Wynwood. We got our first mural down there, super dope, but you can't see it ever again. So when you want to see our murals, you got to be there or you watch the video. But that's what makes projection mapping really cool, is that we could break it down, walk away, and leave, and there's no mess, and there's no history, and there's nothing there. You never know we were there. But if you're there in the moment, it's you're seeing some magic.
Yeah, absolutely. I think of it as a light graffiti because it's
Oof.
literally playing with the light. It's graffiti, but you turn off the projector, it's all gone. No harm, no nothing, right? It's no vandalism. It's just temporary vandalism. Not even because it's like it's just light.
You're just being annoying to somebody.
and
Somebody.
most people are like, "Whoa, this is cool. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Can I get your
Yeah,
business
yeah.
card?" Speaking of which, if any of you out there are looking for any type of projection mapping, especially in this NFT art world now, don't be afraid to hit us up. Hallucinated.com with one L. We'll be happy to hop on a Zoom call with you and figure out what the next move is in terms of projection mapping. With again, the NFT art show stuff is hot out there right now, and so if you need some help with that, any ideas, or just trying to figure some things out on a consulting tip, we'll be happy to nerd out with you.
Well, since we dropping dimes, let's talk about branding. And if you guys need any branding help, the super team back here will help you out with some branding. We could tie it all in together with any other project you need. And shameless plug, but stevelucin.com.
I'm a big
Go to it.
sinvergüenza, guys. I'm a big sinvergüenza. I'm not gonna not floss myself because I'm very proud of the things that I've done and with the people that I've done them with, and building this team, this great team under the Steve Lucin brand, under the Hallucinated brand, under the Support Creativity brand. And so definitely we're here for you to do many creative projects together. But with that being said, oh
Wait,
no, go ahead.
oh, I have an idea.
What's
So
up?
you mentioned the stage that you're on. You
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that you do some cool things, I guess, when it comes to this VJ life, right? Can you just before I mean, I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to know
Mm-hmm.
what you do, but if you could just quickly explain
Yeah, no, absolutely. So
what that is.
so what I'm about to do right now is, last time we couldn't get it to work, but hopefully we'll be good to go this time. And yeah, I'm gonna go onto this stage right here, and all of the little twinkles that you see in the background, I'm going to VJ for the next hour or so for on the stage. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to be animating and queuing up visuals live to a mix. And this mix is by Vicio. He's one of my best friends. He actually made this mix for me for my birthday in 2021. Shouts to Vicio, Vice versus Vicio on Instagram. He's also twitching and streaming with us under the Hallucinated brand. So if you want to check out some of those past streams, you could check those out, and we do some projection mapping there too, and VJing. But for right now, what we're gonna do is throw on some tunes, VJ for you guys, and again, make sure you refill on your beverage of choice. And we're gonna kick it. We're gonna just hang out. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know where to hit me up, stevelucin.com. And yeah, let's do it. Anything else, Alex?
Nah, just waiting for
You're good.
this. Let's make it happen, Captain.
Let's make it happen right now. All right, y'all. Check, check. Ooh, check, check. Check, 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 check. Yo, if you guys hear me loud and clear, just I'd appreciate some threes in the chat. Yo, can you check if Hallucinated is hosting? Okay. All good. Come on, man. You already know. Hey, we capture. I see you. VCO, love you, bro. Thank you for this mix. This mix here is called the Goomba Mix, Part 1. VCO, I chopped it up. It was 2 hours long, and so chopped it up for for a full hour. Again, I appreciate you blessing me with this mix for my birthday. Love you, brother. Yo, cool thing about this mix, we were still in the middle of COVID, and I didn't want to hang out with anybody but my friends. So Alex picked me up in Vanellope Cruz, and it was like 6 of us in Vanellope Cruz. He's been hooking up Vanellope Cruz with a bass, and we literally just rode around and jammed out with a cooler in the van, and we found a parking lot. We played Uno. It was absolutely marvelous. It's exactly what I wanted. know what you're drinking. You got something. We Capture said this is better than La Boom. La Boom is pretty dope. What they're missing is a VJ to really kill it. Because they got a dope setup. La Boom got the screens. They just need to like have everything dropping nicely. Shouts to Maria, yo. Good looking. You made it. How you doing, Maria? How you feeling?
There'd be a hum, and the hum would get louder and louder, and to the point where it broke apart everything that I was or knew. It was just this.
So one thing about VJing, it's typically done live in a freestyle way. Like last time I heard this mix was about a year ago, and I don't remember the order. I don't remember the songs. As a VJ, you just have to feel the rhythm, feel the beat, understand music composition, and cue up the visuals accordingly. And then so like the setup I have here, I can, with the same visual, I can make it do wacky effects to the beat just by pressing a couple of buttons. If I want to strobe it, I could press this and strobe it. I could black it out, a black strobe. I can shake it if I want to. I can trip it out if I want to. Ooh. And just with this effect right here, I have a pad that I'm like pressuring on. So the more pressure I put, the more vertical lines you see. The less pressure, the less vertical lines, but then the visual comes through. So I'm like kind of like massaging the controller. I'm dancing with the controller. That's what this is right here. Oh, I got this one to bump. I don't know if you can see that.
There'd be a hum, and the hum would get
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set it up so that you can
and louder.
see just the visuals, and and I can switch back to the stage. So as these podcasts continue,
broke apart.
oh, I'm gonna get better and better. We're gonna get better at it all
I
together.
was or knew. It was distant.
TGI Almost Friday for sure. Yo, Alex, how about I make your mic hot while I'm VJing so the people can hear you? Ah, right. Fuck it up. Oh, okay. Little close-up action. You like this beat we captured? You gotta give VCO a follow. He's the one that curated this music. I'm just providing visuals. VJing on the Times Square billboard. What? That's absolutely a goal, a bucket list. That shit would be fire. Yo, we captured. Didn't you have one of your media, one of your photos on a Times Square billboard? Tell the chat about that. Congratulations, bro. That is a magnificent accomplishment. And just like within a couple of years of your business being open, this man, We Captured Media, aka Brian Nunez, got his picture on Times Square. That's fantastic. So with the visuals, I'm also able to slow them down. So now that I kind of hear a slow beat coming or some melodicness, kind of just slow down the background a bit. I can still glitch it out if I need to. D. Yo, I put my beers outside in the cold when it was like -10 or whatever, and the ice froze around the beer cans. This is the only one that was like above that ice cube. Yo, cheers everybody. Happy Thursday. Yo, that's fantastic. We capture being able to just kind of like work with people that get sponsored. Woo, child, amazing. Thank you, Vicio, man. I love you as a DJ. Honestly, bro, I think we're going places. We just gotta be consistent. Yo, VJing is just so much fun because you're just, like I said, you're just dancing with the computer. But doing this live in a venue, woo-cha, that is incredible.
Come in, Barbie. Oh, it's so good seeing you. Glad you're back. I apologize for saying that you got issues, but what did you say that made me say that?
Barbies don't eat. Barbies don't sleep. Barbies look good.
Oh, I need a like a Barbie visual for this. Just a bunch of Barbie dolls flying everywhere.
Wait, I see. 'Cause nobody makes you buzz like me.
I'm that funniness. I'm that funniness.
Barbies don't eat. Barbies don't sleep. Barbies look good. Barbies don't speak. Barbies don't eat. Barbies don't sleep. Barbies look good. Barbies don't speak.
You see, Barbie, while you were busy playing games, little did you know you would end up getting played by the game.
Barbie.
I appreciate you, We Capture. for like this drop about to be crazy, maybe? VCO building it up over here. Okay, you just dropped it. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I didn't even show you my new glasses. Got too hype. Oh, these are my VJ glasses. I forgot to put them on. Oh, right here. VJ mode. Oh, what the heck? Let's see. There we go. Nerding out to the next level. There we go. Alright, yeah, that look good. Come in now. Oh, they're a little green screen. I mean, they're kind of like see-through green, but it works, you know? Oh, snap. Yo, VCO, great. Yo, excellent mix. As per usual. Let's see. Let's bring on. Oh, let's do LED disco max. Yo, so as a VJ, same way as a DJ, you have folders of video, same way as DJs have folders of music, just in different genres, right? For VJs, it's different types. So what I have right now on the screen is more like neon, and then over here, this is more like LED disco, and that's just like how my brain works. And so I have folders that are hypnotic, black and white, kaleidoscopes, 90s pop, you name it. And the whole idea is to be able to find what visual you want to play with the music that the DJ is playing relatively fast. So you're always like on your feet trying to find the next thing, because DJs play whatever they want. It's not like I'm going on tour with these DJs, and that would be different if I was going on tour and we have like a set, playlist. Then we would make some custom stuff. But that's not the case typically, especially with the gigs that I get. So I just gotta roll with it.
Touch me in the morning and last thing at night. Keep my body warm, baby. You know it feels right. Take it a little higher. I'm thinking it too.
That's interesting. These seem to be disorganized, but okay, I'll roll with it. I could adjust the color. Let's go pink right now. Yeah, pink is looking nice. Slow down a little bit. Let's see. Maybe we go messy lights up here. See what happens. Line something up. Over here. It's kind of nice. Now I want this. Oh. Gonna drop. I think I got this little visual for you guys. See what happens. This next visual is from the Messy Lights folder. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if you're gonna go break that. Oh. It's interesting. I didn't know he was gonna drop it that early. Okay, Vicio, I see you keeping me on my toes. Damn, this folder is crazy. Sometimes it's nice to just go into a random folder and try and make it work. Like I'm gonna try and make this next drop work right here. Let's see what happens. backwards. Ooh, that's tough. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I like this better. I gotta get a overhead camera on the controller so y'all can see like how this shit works. Don't worry. I'm coming back next week, baby. I'm coming back next week. It's all good. Ooh, what's this? Ooh. 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 Damn, VCO, good mix, bro. Shit. Woocha. Why are these mixed up? I don't like that. I got some organization to do with my folders. They all messed up. Oh, about to get crazy with this one right here. What's that do? What does that do? What if I do this? 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 Oh shit! I don't know why y'all let me have so much fun with this. Who gave me this? Who gave me this controller? Who gave me this idea? I like this one right here. Yo, VCO, tell them when the next live stream is at. Yo, those effects, VCO. I don't know if that's part of the song. It's awesome though. Oh, too fast, too fast. Slow down, slow down. That's what I'm looking at.
Stay with me.
Stay with me. Stay with me, guys.
You will feel it for a few hours.
You will feel it for a few hours. That's right. Oh, that's tough. There we go. There we go. Like a buzzsaw.
Stay with
Ooh.
me.
That was dope. I like that. I like that shit.
You will feel it for a few hours.
Ooh. Go back to this. Oh, I want to hear this shit at a club, bro. Fuck. That's great.
Stay with me.
Stay here. Let's see.
You
What?
will feel it
What?
for a few
What am I gonna do?
hours.
Let's go over here. I like this sort of like heat effect right here. Yeah, now you acid tripping. Slow down. Slow down, yep. Ooh. Ooh. VCO, fuck! Hey, yo! Okay. We over here now. We over here now. Oh. Bringing back the strobe. Oh, you went back to this, the buzz chain. I'll bring that back too. Even though I had it. Oh. I don't know if y'all can tell I like this shit. Yo, thank you, We Capture, for joining in. See you later, bro.
Just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop.
Okay.
Just couldn't stop.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go.
Just couldn't stop.
There we go.
Just couldn't stop.
Woo! Good shit. Good shit. Alright, where we at? Where we at? What's next? Oh, 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 oh. Yep.
Just couldn't stop.
Yep. Yeah.
Just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop.
Word up, yo. If y'all still rocking with me, yo, let me see something in the chat. Just say what's up. Say, give me some threes. Give me some threes. What we gonna do? 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 Oh, actually, we're about to end right now. Yo, Alex, if you could tell me like who to raid, that'd be pretty dope right now. Or anybody. Yeah. That's what we gonna do. We about to end right now. Woo. Fantastic, guys. Yo, thank you so much. This was amazing. Finally got to do a little podcast and then go into some VJing. So that was fantastic. Thank you for joining me. Definitely plan on doing this every week. So I will see you next week, Thursday. Same time, same place, 8 p.m. At 8, we hallucinate. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna go raid Whistleface. Whistleface is I'm a huge fan of his. He's I want to say he's in Ohio. He's somewhere in like that side of the United States of America, but throws down some amazing house music, tech house. Sometimes he's at the club, sometimes he's at his studio. Has an amazing beard and mustache, so definitely say that into the chat once we raid him. And yeah, thank you for coming to Lucin's Lounge live stream. We will see you next week with another episode number 3. Until then, my brothers and sisters, love you all. Do what you love what you do something crazy. Let's do this. Alex, I'm wondering if you could do that for me. Yep. Yep. We're gonna raid Whistleface. Don't you worry. Just ride with me. Ride with me. For those that don't know, raiding is jumping into another stream. Just showing some love. You could choose to stay, you could choose to leave, you could choose to ride the wave. It's all up to you. I thank you for coming and joining with me on this stream. I'll see you over there in the chat. Love you all. Peace.